Hi, I'm Dr. Luigi Groton, Vice President of Nutrition Education. Thank you for joining us for the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. In the past two lessons, we learned about the basics of protein and amino acids. Now it's time to put them into practice. In this lesson, you will learn how to build up your diet with the right amounts of high-quality proteins. You will learn where to get them in plant and animal sources and how they fit into your diet. Let's start adding protein in the right amounts. Welcome back to the Herbalife Nutrition Education Program. We've learned about proteins and amino acids. In this lesson, we'll share some tips on how to incorporate what you've learned into your everyday life. Let's get started. We've learned that protein is crucial to human life, and that is made up of amino acids, tiny structures that combine to form different types of proteins. We've also learned that there are 9 essential and 12 non-essential amino acids. Now let's take a closer look at how we can best incorporate protein into our diets. How much protein your body needs to stay healthy depends on several factors, including age, gender, and lifestyle. For example, if you exercise regularly, your body will need more protein to repair muscle tissue. And, on average, men should get between 100 grams to 200 grams of protein every day, while women need only 50 to 100 grams of protein per day. We've learned that on average, men need more protein in their diet than women. But why is that? The simple answer is that men tend to be taller and heavier than women, and not necessarily because they need to build more muscle. Another reason is that the circulatory system in a man has more red blood cells than in women. Women require less protein in their diet than men do because their bodies tend to be smaller. But some women may not get enough. Often, when women are watching their weight, they cut back on their protein intake to save calories. But this will leave them hungry and may not provide the body with the amount of protein that it needs. Aim for a balance of animal and plant proteins. Plant and animal proteins provide the body with different benefits, so it's good to eat proteins from both sources. Animal proteins contain all the essential amino acids, while plant proteins provide some amino acids and may also provide fiber and antioxidants too. Animal-based protein is considered complete because it has all the essential amino acids your body needs. Remember that 4 ounces of lean beef, poultry, or fish contain 25 to 35 grams of protein. When you're choosing animal proteins to eat, try to choose the leanest ones. Ocean-caught fish, canned fish, and shellfish are all low in fat. Chicken and turkey breasts have less calories and less fat than the legs and thighs. Many cuts of red meat are high in fat and saturated fat, so choose the leanest cuts and trim off any visible fat before cooking. Did you know that some vegetarians don't eat any meat, fish, or poultry, but they do eat eggs and dairy products? They are called lacto-ovo-vegetarians. Some people prefer to get their animal-based protein from eggs and dairy products. Egg whites, non-fat milk, yogurt, and non-fat cottage cheese are examples of high-protein foods. 7 egg whites provide 25 grams of protein and only 115 calories. 1 cup of non-fat cottage cheese has about 25 grams of protein and only 140 calories. Plant-based protein can be found in beans, nuts, peas, and soybean products like tofu. Unlike animal-based protein, most plant-based proteins lack certain amino acids. Unless vegetarians eat soy protein or combine different grains and beans together, they will not get all the amino acids they need. However, plant-based proteins, such as soy, are generally low in fat and a good source of fiber. Did you know? Tofu is thought to have originated around 164 BC in ancient China and spread to Korea, Japan, and other parts of East Asia. To people in East Asia, tofu is as important as meat, milk, and cheese are to Westerners. Tofu comes in many forms and can be as soft as custard or as firm as cooked meat. It can be fermented, fried, or frozen, and it can be flavored to be sweet or savory since it has little flavor or smell of its own. Remember, firm and extra firm tofu are your best bet. It's a cholesterol-free food and very low in fat. Because most plant-based proteins lack certain amino acids the body needs, they are considered incomplete. Therefore, people on a vegetarian diet should include a variety of plant protein sources. When you combine foods made with beans and grains, like tofu and brown rice, or corn tortillas and black beans, or hummus and whole grain bread, you supply all the essential amino acids the body needs. The high digestibility of soy protein and the availability of its amino acids make soy a high-quality protein that contains all the essential amino acids, making it a complete protein. Unlike some other sources of high-quality protein, soy is low in saturated fat and cholesterol, making it an excellent dietary source of protein. It's best to get your proteins from a mixture of plant and animal sources. That way you get the benefits of both plant and animal proteins. You don't need to eat meat, fish, or poultry at every meal. You might plan to have a few vegetarian meals per week to increase your intake of plant protein. A bean soup with some whole wheat bread and a salad is an example of a healthy vegetarian meal. Since protein can help keep you satisfied from meal to meal, it's a good idea to have protein at all your meals and for most of your snacks. If you have a breakfast of just toast and fruit, you aren't getting any protein and you will get hungry very soon. But if you have a healthy protein shake or some cottage cheese with fruit for breakfast, you'll stay satisfied longer. Having protein at snack time will also help to hold you between meals. A protein snack bar, a handful of nuts, or a small carton of yogurt are all good examples of protein snacks. It may take a little planning to make sure that you meet your protein needs. A protein shake, an egg white omelet, or some yogurt with fruit would all be good choices in the morning. When you cook your meat, fish, and poultry for dinner, you might want to cook some extra so you have it handy for the next day. For instance, you could add some leftover cooked chicken breast to a mixed green salad for lunch. And it's best to cook meats, fish, and poultry in a healthy way. Baking, broiling, grilling, or stir-frying in small amounts of oil are all healthy cooking methods. Another easy way to incorporate protein into your day is to plan for healthy protein snacks, like a carton of yogurt, some cottage cheese and fruit, or some tuna on whole grain crackers. If you find you don't have time for complete meals, or are simply not getting enough protein in your diet, then supplements are another option. Protein bars and protein powders taken with milk can be a good source of protein, along with other vitamins and nutrients that you need during the day. You can add protein powder to other foods, such as oatmeal, to increase your protein intake. They can be used as meal replacements or simply as a snack. Did you know that tryptophan, which is found in turkey, dairy foods, and chocolate, can make you sleepy? In fact, some old-fashioned cures for sleeplessness were based on eating foods that we now know contain the amino acid tryptophan. For example, drinking a glass of milk before bedtime. Remember, your protein requirements depend upon your weight, gender, age, and other lifestyle factors. Make sure you consider all these factors to ensure your body is getting enough protein to stay healthy. Good work! You have completed another lesson in the Herbalife Nutrition Education program. Next time, we'll review what we've learned. See you then.